Alright, welcome back to another day trading recap video. Right now I am super exhausted and emotionally spent from trading today. I definitely overtraded. I had about 279 orders. That is a lot. I definitely overtraded, and you're going to see that I pretty much traded every single freaking candle in some of these moves. I ended up finishing $47 in the green, so a very small green. At one point I was up a lot, and then I gave half of it, more than half of it back, and then I made all of that back, plus a little bit more, and I pushed my luck a little bit too far, and then I gave it all the way back to up $50 around, so 47.51. Then I traded a couple stocks like midday, and it wasn't really worth it, but I don't know. I'm off from work today, and I just felt like I was watching the market. And sometimes, I guess, when you're just sitting and watching the market, you can't really help but to start trading. And look at how choppy CYN was today. Just almost like pretty much gambling. So I'll show you here. Let me import my trades quick. Let me just import my trade so you can see this on TraderView. All right, so here is my intraday P&L. So I started slightly green, then I went red by like $40, made that back, and then I had one huge trade, brought me up to $150, and then I just kept giving back. One nice loss there, and then made it back, and then lost all of it again. Very choppy, very emotional day. I'm pretty exhausted right now, so it definitely shows you how choppy it was, and how I was a little bit abusing my trades. Definitely getting a little bit too aggressive when the market that we're in is not very hot. Definitely over trading, so I was definitely abusing the buy button a little bit too much. So here we'll start with, I didn't trade until 8 o'clock, COSM. And it was a beautiful move here. Beautiful move, break back over VWAP. I should have started accumulating here, but the volume just wasn't there yet. It was only 99,000, 160,000. Didn't have really enough for me to start getting aggressive yet, but I started getting in right under 250, looking for a break at 250. This one was a scratch trade. Bought the pullback here at 51, and I sold that way too soon. I was pretty much all over the place on this whole move here. Here was a break-even trade. Here was a small loss. Here was a break-even, small scratch. Here was getting aggressive for the break of 3. I thought we were going to see a move up towards 3. So I was in 450 shares at 84, 284, and I had to take that off as a scratch. Pulled back. Here accumulating this dip again, looking for that break of 3, and just took it off for a scratch, small gain. And I started accumulating on this backside, this small little, I thought it was going to be ABCD setup for a break of 3. Ended up cutting it at 61, all the way down here at the perfect low. Then you get that pop back to the upside, and then I chased it a little bit at 77, all the way up here, and I thought it was going to keep going, and then it pulled back, and I cut that one as well. So really, really ugly. And then here I thought we would see the red to green breakthrough VWAP, so I just bought at 47, way up here, and I ended up stopping out at 40. And I bought the dip looking for a reclaim, and I took that one off for a huge loss as well. Wow. Damn, that was a 30-cent loss. That's really ugly. That's ugly. Really unnecessary. I didn't need to trade any of that. I didn't need to hold it here. Man, that really triggers me right now because that was not a good trade right there. 242. Let's look at the percentage on the loss there. That's a huge percent loss. 42 down to 217. That's a 10% loss. Oh, that's really not good at all. Thank God it was small size, and I was up a lot on the day from another stock. And so maybe that's why I was, very, I was holding, longer than I should have. Here, bought the dip. Thought it was going to be a reversal pattern, break through to 9 EMA, but I got stuffed, so I took it off for a break even. That was COSM. Then we traded VIVK. Here, VIVK, saw it pop up. Somebody called it out in the Discord that I'm in. Had a nice bull flag here, and then this candle dipped down, rejected the lows, and this candle started turning green and then testing the previous high here. So I bought 225 shares and then it immediately jumped up and started selling, and then it added back for the break of 5, and then I got a nice sell at 530 for the last 75 shares, and I made $150 between these two executions. $150 in like 2 seconds. It felt great, and I definitely I got too aggressive after this move. After this move, I wanted to hit every other move with a home run, especially on VIVK. Here, so what happened here? The open here, we got a nice dip and reclaim here at a VWAP, and then it reclaimed VWAP again, and then it pushed over 380 and it started accumulating for a frontside move. Bought at 381, 392, and then started taking it off at the break of 4, which was a beautiful move. That was a nice gain. And then after that, I was like, wow, this might actually go to the high. I was getting super aggressive, buying the dips here, trying to scalp. Here was about a small win there, 1 cent win there, scratch there or a small loss. This one here was I got faked out here on my starter size, lost about 20 cents. Here, bought that dip looking for a push, and then I started getting aggressive as we were pushing 420, and I took this one off 600 shares off at $4.12. So that was a small win as well. I remember on this stock alone, I was up over $200 at one point. And really, I don't know how I feel about it. It's definitely a little bit frustrating that I was up 150 on the day at my top. And, I decided to go and I wanted to double it. And I sized in something on a trade really big. Here I got a panic, or no. I bought at $4 and sold for a nice, oh no, that's a different one. Yeah, that was that other trade. Here, I saw it curling back up. I thought there would be potential, and I was just scalping the range. It looks like here, I don't even know what I was doing, to be honest with you. I was just trading so much. I didn't need to trade any of this here. Here was a potential breakout. I would give myself, a potential, 1 or 2 trades for an attempt to break 420, but I really didn't need to trade any of this down here. This is all unnecessary. And then I saw we had the like a range consolidation into a bull flag, and it made a higher low, and this is where I could have sized in for a huge move, and I was a little bit late. I took it off early here, took it off way early there, and added back all the way back up here for only a 5-cent win. Here I bought the dip, 600 shares. Sold it. Look at my share size. I'm 500 shares. That's $2,000. 900 shares on a $4 stock. That's 36. That's like close. That's $4,000 position size. That is 3 times my current max size. I'm definitely pushing my comfort zone here. I'm way beyond my comfort zone, and this is where I really messed up here. I was up maybe about $180 on this move, buying the pullback, selling the pops, buying the pullback, selling the pops for a couple cents. Here I got a couple cents, here I got a couple cents. And then I was accumulating down here 300 shares, 150 shares, 150 shares. I had a 300 again on this one. So I was in 750 shares, another $3,000 position size. Looking forward to break a 450 because it was a flat top. Thought we were going to break and run. And we got a nice dump, and I just sold it immediately. Thank God I got a pretty good fill, 424. I sold at a good spot. If I would have held all the way to the bottom, I would have been down maybe about $100 on the day. But here I gave back $100 off the top. So I went from 100 up 150 to only up 50. And that was it. I stopped trading. Here I scalped this for the break of VWAP. Really unnecessary, but small size, small, pretty much a scratch. But I thought this was a good setup, to be honest. Let's look at all these trades. I just traded so much. I thought this was a good setup. I really thought, just because the volume profile and then the low float, I thought we could really, this could be the winner, up to 550, up to 6, 7. I thought this was going to be it. So I was in a big position size, and I think it was worth it. I'm convinced that it was worth it. I'm happy that I pushed my comfort zone on this trade here. It's just quite unfortunate. I'm just disappointed that it didn't end up green, and that's really it. I respected my risk level. I cut it immediately when it didn't work out. I didn't bag hold. I didn't hold it and hope. I cut it immediately. So I'm definitely happy I did that. So that's one thing I'm happy that I did. It's just unfortunate that it was red. That's really it. If it would have worked out, I would have got maybe about 10 or 20 cents on it. I mean, I could have doubled my profit on the day. I could be up $300 right now, and I would be ecstatic. So definitely worth it. I was in a front side move, increasing volume. I mean, it was 1 to 2 million shares per 1 minute candle at a couple of points. So I thought that the trade was there. What else did I trade here? I traded a little bit of a NUTX, little NUTX. Here I bought into this candle looking for the break of 10. Let's show my trades here. So here, pre-market, I chased a little bit. I bought for the break of 950. It's very, very small size. Here, scalped it, looking for a push towards 10. Took it off too soon, and small loss on that. And then I bought a dip here, looking for a continuation move through 10. And that was it just started fading backside and just took it off. And then here we got faked out. I bought 125 shares at 960, chased it a little bit, but I thought we were going to see a push through $10 right here. And I took some off for break even, and then I held the rest all the way back down to 922 on this flush. And then it finally, as I was trading VIVK, this squeezed up, and I was just too late. I couldn't get onto it, and it broke through $10. That was the move that I was looking for here. So just bad timing. However, I managed my risk. Down about $49 on it overall. Just a very choppy day. Definitely swinging for the fences a little bit too much. Over trading for sure, 100% over trading. Here we had a nice trade. No, this was not a nice trade. I bought here for the hold of the 9 EMA, broke down below the 9 EMA and just cut it. And then it popped up on nice volume here, looking for the break of the high. Bought 225 shares at 359, bought more 53, sold at 362, bought back at 62, and then for the break of the highs, I got sells at 370, and then I chased it too much. 389, I was looking for a break of 4, and it just dumped. I added more at 63 too, and it just dumped. No support at all. Just one huge red 10% candle. And I was up. I made, so I was $50 on the day after that big loss on VIVK. Looking for a continuation through 5 or 450. And then I made 30 on this move here. So I was up 84 or so. And then I just gave all of whatever I made here on this flush. And then here I chased it. I thought we were going to see another move like this. And then it just wasn't holding up, and I just sold it. It just wasn't even worth it. Thank God. Look at this. Look at this backside. This is crazy. 20%. Wow. More than 20%. That was TPST. What was it? Is that it? I think that's all I traded. NUTX, TPST, VIVK, CYN. Did I go over CYN? CYN here, 405. I saw it reclaiming this candle here, so I just figured I'd just jump in, see if we got a nice pop. But it broke over and then pulled back too much. I thought it was just going to reject, which it kind of did, but I could have held a little bit longer for a profit. But I took it off pretty much a small, very, very small loss. And then here we were pushing up through, I was looking for a break of 425. So I added 415 for my starter, and then adding at 420 for the break of 425, and then I sold it all at 220, 425. That was about a 1,300 or 1,400 position size. And then here, bought the dip, looking for a break of 429, 430. Took that off for a very small win there. Then I started trading this again. Here I was looking for a break of 439, which is the resistance. You could tell there's a lot of resistance up here, but I was still thinking we'd see a squeeze. I mean, we have, look at this move here. It just keeps pushing up and up and up. I thought we'd just see another leg up towards 5. So I saw it coming up in on high volume. So the volume is increasing, so I was just adding 425. I chased it way too much, all the way up here. This was my fill. Not good at all. So it pulled back, and I was like thinking about adding, but then I was in like, I don't know yet. And I just took it off for, I took it off for a small loss on just a starter size. Because I figured if it was going to panic and squeeze out these shorts, it would have already within the next candle or the next second candle. But because it didn't, I knew it just was like, it wasn't going to go. So I waited some more, and then I finally saw this dip and rip at 422. Looking for the break of that 439 level, and I was adding higher, looking for it, and took some off here for a profit, and then I bought a dip here, and then I just got chopped up here because it just didn't have enough power to break through 439, and then you got a huge flush there. And that was it. I stopped trading after that. CYN made 15 bucks on. Okay, you know, it was very choppy, so it is what it is. And then COSM, COSM. Could have done better here. I wasn't in my mojo. I was trying to film a the recap from yesterday during this period of time, and so it kind of threw me off a little bit. NUTX definitely was in too much here. I was in too much of a position, position size here. I should have just had a starter, maybe about 50 shares instead of 125, because it was still ranging and on a huge backside. Maybe going full size if it was testing $10. But this was just too much of a position size for a ranging backside move, especially at the open when it's super volatile. So $50 loss on what, 2 trades? 2 or 3 trades. It's not the best. Definitely oversized, or my risk wasn't the best. TPST. I should have walked away when I was at up $30. I chased it too much. It was way off the 9 EMA. I bought it for 380.89, so that makes sense that I had a nice loss there, $30 loss. But thank God it was after I made $30 on it. So I finished break even on this stock. So got to learn my lesson there. Definitely chased it way off the 9 EMA. And we have VIVK. Overall, happy that I was able to size up because this stock definitely had potential. Happy I sized in here and I took it off immediately because you had a huge rejection candle. However, I don't know if I would have changed my position size here. I mean, I really thought the potential was there. I could have had a huge green day if this worked out. Even if it worked out for 5 or 10 cents, I would still be up probably over $200 on the day. Very happy with my trading actually here. Even though it looks like a lot, I made some nice. Actually, no, I didn't make any more profit. I was only giving back here. I made 150 here. And I'm finishing up 124. So yeah, I would be up 225. So I made 225 total without the $100 loss here. So that means I made about $75 from my initial trade here till this breakout, which is pretty good. So I'm very happy with that, with my performance there. However, here, yes, I could say I oversized, but then again, I'm really working on increasing my position size, and for me to push my comfort zone on a setup that I think is valid or is good, I'm very happy that I was able to do that, because that's important for me to grow as a trader and to be comfortable trading bigger size. This was a $3,000 position size. I was in 4,000 at another point, and that's where I want to get to eventually. And I know that a $100 loss on this move was actually very small. I cut my loss, and I can make $100 in a day on a solid day, or over a course of 3 small green days or 2 small green days. And it's really just, I'm not even going to notice it. And I know maybe like a year from now, $100 loss, or 2 years from now, $100 loss is going to be nothing with the share size that I'm going to be trading with. So I just had to keep that in perspective, because when I first started trading, a $10 loss on one trade, I would think that, oh my God, I just took a huge loss. I would be trading like 10 shares or 5 shares, but a $10 loss would be such a big loss. And I would just I would get caught up in having a losing trade without realizing that 2 years from that point, or a year and a half from that day that I had a $10 loss, and I was really in my head and stressed out. Fast forward a year and a half to today, a $10 loss is nothing. It doesn't even faze me, a $10 loss. And now I have to keep that perspective in mind. Right now, like a $100 loss, right now, $100 loss on one trade may seem like a lot because of my share size. But fast forward another year and a half, $100 loss may be the same way that I view right now a $10 loss. And so I just have to keep that perspective in mind. I'm still growing my share size and still growing my trading account and my skills. So just got to keep that perspective in mind. And, you know, I'm up $47 on the day. So I have to be grateful that I'm walking away green today. Definitely could have been a huge red day. Definitely broke some rules. I was trading, over trading way too much, and I was not being selective enough. So a little bit of FOMO and over trading. So that's where I'm going to leave this trading recap. I don't want to make it too long. Wow, it's already been 25 minutes. If you're still watching at this point, please like, comment, and subscribe. I would love the support, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next day trading recap. Peace.